Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have the long-awaited update for my THOSE Eyeshadows project pan. So this is a project pan created by Alexi a long time ago. She doesn't upload anymore, but her channel will be linked down below. Everyone does this differently. I love this project and I am very successful in this project, and because of that I have decided to work on 6 shades. Many people work on 5 or even 4, but I love to play around with eyeshadows, and this project pan has really helped me to use the eyeshadows in my collection and find good fun ways to incorporate palettes into my everyday makeup routine. So I work on 6 shades. These are the shades that I have been working on in November or October, November I would say. It's a bit of a mishmash of shades. Some are like green and feel coherent, and then we have this random purple black and this orange. So that is the color story. I have quite a good update for you today. So without any other blabbering, let's just, jump into the update. Okay, so let's start off with the shade that has been in the longest, which is this green shade. It comes from my Gourmande Girl That Time of Year palette. So this is like a Christmas palette, and I rolled this shade in like in the middle of summer. Excellent, we love that. But it's a very nice green shade. I mean, it's not very Christmassy. You can easily wear this in summer as well. So it's the shade Cheer. And yeah, I have been working on this for quite some time, and you can see what it looked like in the beginning. I may have used it like once or twice, but it did not have that much use at all. And this is a matte shade. I would not say they are pressed pretty well in the pans. They do not have a lot of kick up or anything. So as of today I have used this shade 20 times. And this is what we're looking like. So I just dropped this on the floor. If you see this shade cracked, we love that. But yeah, I have obviously been wearing this one, but we don't have pan. I don't know how deep the pans in Gourmande Girl palettes are. This is also like old Gourmande Girl palette, so they have square pans these days. Yeah. So one of the rules I have in this project is that of course I want to use pan, but if I have used the shade 20 times and I still don't have pan, I have the option to roll it out, and I'm gonna roll this one out. I don't see that I will hit pan anytime soon, and yeah, I would just rather keep the project fresh. I have used all of the shades in this palette since rolling it in, which is a big win. I always try to do that. Unless any of the shades are too similar to like something that I'm already working on. But yeah, it is a nice palette. I have especially enjoyed using these like iridescent shades here on the inner corner. And yeah, it is good. Would it have been more fun to work on this like now when it's actually Christmas-ish? Yeah, but here we are. Anyways, if I look a bit rough, it is because it's a blizzard outside, and it has been for the entire day. So for work, I walk to work when I can't ride my bike, so I walk to work. Then for lunch, I have to walk home and walk my dog, and then I go back to work, and then I walk home from work. So this face has been in it this day, the blizzard, and yeah, it's one of those days you realize or you think that it's not owning a dog. It's lovely, but not days like this. So, I mean, I still like kudos. Do you know what foundation I use? I'm using the I'm using the Makeup Revolution IRL Filter foundation today, and it has held up so good. I am stunned at like how well my makeup has held up in the blizzard. It's like literally snow flying sideways. You can't see anything when you walk. You have to like shield your face because it's like needles stabbing your face. And yeah, I think it looks great. That was a sidetrack. We are going to roll Cheer Out, which is exciting. I always love to bring new shades in. Then this shade, this orange, bright orange shade, is from my Soda palette. This is the Little Mermaid Under the Sea palette. Don't remember when I rolled this one in, but it has been in for some months now. Maybe this is the 3rd month. So I mistook the shade that I was supposed to roll in, so I rolled in the shade Athena, but I was going to roll in a different shade from this palette. But then I just said, fuck it, let's roll with the punches. So as of today, I have used Athena 17 times. So we're not quite at the 20 uses. I am wearing it today here, and I see that my eye makeup has been through it also. I'm wearing it in a crease, which is what I have done most of the days, but I have also used it on the lower lashes to have like a bright orange pop, which has been really fun. This is what it's looking like today. After 17 uses, you still see some of the text Soda, but there is... You can clearly see that I have used it. But again, I don't know how deep these pans are. And I don't think that within 3 uses that I'm going to hit pan. Maybe if I'm continuing to use it on the lower lashes with like a very, very small pencil brush. But I don't think so. So it is going to stay in for 3 additional uses. It is fine. We just didn't quite get there. Then this shade, this is a super stunning like yellow-green sparkly shade. That one is my hand-picked shade. So out of the 6 shades, 1 is hand-chosen and the rest of them are randomly generated from my entire collection. And I chose a shade from the Sugar Drizzle Mojito because summer palette. You need to have that pause because summer. It is required to have a pause. Anyways, this is the shade Give Me Some Sugar, I think. Yeah. And it's a very flaky shade, but it is absolutely stunning. I've used it on the inner corner quite a lot, and like on the inner part of the eyes. And as of today, I have used Give Me Some Sugar 15 times. And you can see how it looked like at the last update, and this is where we are today. So we do have shiny pan in the middle there, which is great. I have been enjoying this palette so much. I think it's really, really, really fun. I love green eyeshadow. It's my favorite color to wear. And this is like the perfect little thing. This shade is absolutely amazing. It's like this, as you can see here. It looks very gold, and then it's also like has this very green blue shift. Absolutely gorgeous. But I was able to hit pan, so this one is going to roll out, and I will choose a new shade at the end as well. Then we have this shade here, which is like a very boring, not too sparkly or shiny at all green shade here. That is the shade Empress from my Peachy Queen Tarot palette. I rolled this one in last update, and I don't think it had been used at all, to be honest, before rolling it in. As of today, I have used Empress 6 times, so not the most, but this is what it's looking like. So, There is some disturbance in pan, but it's very, very firmly pressed. I have to be honest, like having this one out is really not inspiring me at all. You have 2 pressed glitters, which is annoying. And I've been thinking that maybe this is something I am okay to part ways with. I'm gonna give it like the next month, because it's the final month. See if I like feel if I use any of the other shades or if I get to use Empress a bit more. But yeah, it's not really anything super fun compared to many of my other indie palettes that I have. So that's the update for that one. Then we have this purple shade here. And if you saw my last update, you know that I had recently worked, like the update before, I had worked on a shade very, very similar to this one. So it wasn't super fun to roll it in, but I mean, I was enjoying to like bring out that palette. And that one, this is the shade Systopia, and it comes from my Game Beauty Cyberpunk palette. I loved Game Beauty's palettes that look like this. I think they are so unique and cute. And yeah, when I roll it in, I maybe have used it once, I don't know. It's not the shade that I'm like, a type of shade that I'm gravitating towards. So it was a bit annoying to have such a similar shade rolled in like from 2 different palettes. As of today, I have used Systopia 5 times. And this is what it's looking like. So I mean, you can see that I've used it, obviously, but maybe I can hit pan in this shade. I am hopeful. I have used this palette a bit. I've used the yellow one and these like pastel shades. I think I also used this one. I have not touched the blues, so maybe I should do that. I've used the purple one as well. So I touched on many of the shades in this palette, but not the blues still. So we're gonna keep this palette in, and maybe I could have pan. I don't know. If I use it like to smoke out my lower lashes, maybe I can have pan. We shall see. Then this final shade that you can maybe barely see, it's looking like a grayish green shimmer shade. That is also from a Peachy Queen palette. It's the Grinch palette, which is like perfect again for the season. And it's the shade Stinky. So I rolled this one in last update as well. And I had used Stinky probably the most from this palette, but not that much at all. This one also has pressed glitters. As of today, I have used Stinky 17 times. I have used it on the inner corners today, for example. And this is what it's looking like. So, I hope that you can see the pan there. Yeah, you can see it quite clearly, even though the shade is very shimmery as well. Can we focus? Okay. So we're gonna roll Stinky out. And yeah, this is not either like the most fun palette, but I do enjoy this one more than the tarot palette, so I'm thinking I'm gonna keep it around. Maybe see if I will be able to pop out these pressed glitters and replace them with a single shadow. Maybe that could be something to get more use out of this palette, but we are going to roll it out. I'm happy to have pan in it. So that means, my friends, that we are going to actually roll out this first shade, this shade, and this shade. So we're like, half of the shades will be new. Next update will be the finale, and then I will reset everything, start over fresh for 2025. So hopefully we get some good shades here to work on and maybe hit even more pans before the end of the year. So we're gonna roll new shades in. And how many shades do we have? So we're gonna randomize 2 shades. I'm gonna pick one shade, and I have between shade 1 and 3,390. So let's see what we get. 1,969. That is the Okay. Remember how I said that, oh, it would be so fun to work on the Gourmande Girls That Time of Year palette when it's actually that time of year? Well, my friends, 1969 is the shade Nostalgia from That Time of Year. How can this happen? I have so many palettes. How is it possible that I keep bringing in like shades from the same palette? So, Nostalgia, oh my god, so boring. Boring! It's this shade. Oh, that's so boring. Okay. Like, I don't even know what we can do. Oh, let me swatch out the new color story. Hang on. Okay, there we are. These are the shades that will be remaining. Nostalgia is going to be this one. Super duper boring, if I say so myself. Okay, oh, I accidentally clicked it, so let's see. 275, that will be an old shade. 275 is my Juvia's Place, the Saharan 2, but I already have pan in that shade. It's the Marrakesh shade, so let's re-roll and see what we get. 267. I don't want to work on Juvia's Place. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll only because I have had like so many Juvia's Place shadows, and last year I had the goal to hit pan in all of my Juvia's Shades palette, Juvia's Place palettes. Oh my god. And I did. And then I got a lot of Juvia's Place palettes in this year as well, and I don't want them anymore. Not now. I want to play with some palettes that I haven't touched that much this year, so I am going to re-roll 267 because that's from the Tribe palette by Juvia's Place. So 480. Please do not say it's a Juvia's Place. And that's Made by Mmmitchell, and I had the goal this year to hit pan in all my Made by Mmmitchell palettes. So I have, but it's the blue one, and it's the shade Clouded. Maybe I should just go for it. I'm not. Let's go for it. Let me go and get that, and I will also select the shade, like my handpicked shade, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. This is the color story, and I think this shade was probably the easiest shade that I could ever have gotten from this big palette. This is the Made by Mmmitchell Head in the Clouds palette, and the shade I enrolled was the shade Clouded. And I thought it was going to be like this dark ass thing, but no. This is Clouded. It's just like a white, pearly white shade. It's gonna be super easy to use this on the inner corner. I can probably use it as like a very icy highlighter as well. So I'm excited. It's okay. That is good. I already have a pan in this shade, but yeah, this is what that palette looks like. And then finally, my hand-picked shade is this one. So I had the goal to like try and hit pan in all of my Sugar Drizzle palettes, which is why I have been working on that shade, for example. But since this is the final month, I wanted to pick a different palette because I wanted to show some love to this one instead, and then maybe 2025 I can get back into panning my Sugar Drizzle palettes. But this very, very stunning duochrome, or even multichrome, no duochrome, like purple to blue. It is absolutely gorgeous. That is the shade. What are you even called? Gorgeous. The shade Gorgeous. And it's the Christmas Eve palette by Oden's Eye. So I got this when they released it the first time, and I don't have any pans in my Christmas palettes by Oden's Eye like this first round, where the color story was absolutely gorgeous. So I wanted to change that. I want to hit pan, and I thought that this shade, Gorgeous, could do really well with that Systopia shade, for example. And it would even work like with the Empress shade. So I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be great to play around with this palette. I am so excited to do that. But yeah, this is the old color story and this is the new one. What do we think? Like, I have to be honest, this brown shade is just such a buzzkill. Yeah, it's not fun. I will see what I can do, but I am excited to work on this one. This one will be very easy. I'm probably going, like, I can just bust out 3 uses out of this orange shade and it will be out, and I can focus on like how to incorporate this very, very dark purple shade and this one. So it is okay. We are going into the final updates with some positivity. It's fine. Yeah, but let me know what you think about the color stories, how your eyeshadow panning journey is going, and yeah, I always love to hear from you, so say hi in the comments, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys!